Yes, me again. So, hi. Thank you for coming back to watch the rest of my videos, and thanks for listening to me. Yeah. So, some exciting things that I think have been the highlights of my PhD since I started. I'm in my third year now. I'm in the second semester of my third year, and in no particular order, in my second year, in fall, first semester of my second year, I submitted I think two. I submitted three abstracts and two of them got no. I submitted three abstracts and all three got accepted. So um the first two got accepted for APHA. APHA is American Public Health Association, their conference. So I got two. I would try to insert the picture of me at the conference, or maybe like the acceptance email or something. So I got two accepted, and then the interesting part is that the two abstracts that I submitted were abstracts that I had worked on before I even came into the PhD program. Exactly. That's one of the reasons it was a very big deal to me. Like, there were things I did before I even entered the PhD program. So what do you mean it's accepted? Like, you want me to come and talk about it to the world? Anyway, so that happened in Minneapolis. And then just I think about 2 weeks later, yes, I had to go to San Diego because another paper of mine got accepted for oral publication, for oral presentation, not publication, for oral presentation. And this is a paper that I have refused to publish because of fear of reviewer too. So this is a paper that I worked on when I was in sex school. So if you didn't know, I have a certificate. I have a graduate certificate in where I'm certified to be a sexuality educator, and so I'm also a pleasure coach. And I worked on this paper as my thesis for my sex school, and so this paper, it was so interesting. So this paper was on sex and asthma and sexual functioning, right? You know, it's funny how a lot of the things you would eventually research on are things that kind of like lived experiences. Like, so for example, I have asthma, and I was like, why don't I just look at asthma and the intersection with like sexual function? Is there anything interesting to see? And so I went to present this. I'm going to insert a video. The room was full. People came to hear me talk. Quick story. Think about somebody named T, who already made plans with their sexual partner to have the best, the most amazing experience, you know. Yeah. And they come around and start, and 10 minutes into their sexual activity, T actually starts to hyperventilate and faints. That's sort of like the reality of some of the people who live with asthma, because asthma is one of the things that when you have sexual activity, it heightens your heart rate and makes it make you more prone to having asthmatic episodes. So quick one. It was exhilarating because, and then people had so many questions. They were like, and this is a conference. Oh yes, I forgot to mention the name of the conference. The name of the conference is, we call it Quad S, SSSS. I think it's the Society for the Scientific Study of Sexuality. It is a very small conference, very prestigious. It's like where the big sex gurus go, like sex researchers, sex scientists, and everything. So it was a big deal, and I was like the only African woman doing an oral presentation in that place. Like, it is a big deal. It was a big deal. It still is a big deal. And again, remember, this was not a paper I worked on in PhD. I had done it like before I even came in. So, you know, having the opportunity to share my work with the rest of the world. I was happy. I was really, really happy. And it's interesting how, even though there wasn't a lot of funds that I would have traveled with at that time, like for these conferences, because conferences are very expensive. I remember like digging into my pockets, like I'm going to go, because some people were telling me, you don't have to go for the both of them, just choose one. What do you mean just choose one? The first conference, 2 papers got accepted. Second one, oral presentation. Which one would I have dropped? I didn't drop anyone. No, I took out all my savings and carried myself and went to the conference. Or die na die. Like you only live once, so that happened and it made me really, really happy. And what's another thing that also happened? Yes, in second semester of my second year, I got 2 scholarship. I was awarded 2 scholarships, which was very nice because I had applied to these scholarships like the year before and I didn't get in. Like I got rejection for like maybe 12 of them, like complete rejection. But I was not surprised when I applied for them and I got accepted. I say, wow. Oh, my clock is per. So I was really happy about that because he also like really, he came with, and really helped me a lot because I'm like, okay, finally I'm able to, because being a grad student abroad, it's very, the lifestyle cost too. Now you don't know. Very, very expensive something. And because you basically only get paid enough to like eat, at least so that you don't sleep under the bridge. Exactly. So I was really happy, and then we had like this beautiful award ceremony. I'm going to like try to insert videos here.
Congratulations.
Thank you. To show you, I was really happy. I was so happy. And what else did I do? Oh yes, I also got accepted for a fellowship, a professional fellowship called Byron Fellowship, where it was kind of like for people who are like change makers, who have always done stuff for people, of which I've always done for the past decade of my life, has been working for people, like caring for people. And so it was basically like for people like me that have gotten to a point where, what do I even do now? Because again, I may not have talked about it here, but me coming to do my PhD, even though it's something I really wanted to do, it caused a bit of a I don't know the word to use, but I had this feeling of like, okay, I've always like worked doing these particular things, but now I have to be in like a classroom, like doing research stuff, like not working with like the actual people. And I was trying to find myself, like, okay, who am I? Like, how do I even enjoy this thing? Like, how do I? So it was so basically, it was a program for people like me who were in the transitional period of their lives. We basically went to New York, program fees, all expense paid. We went to a nice resort. In New York, somewhere, I think upstate. It's called the Upland Center. I would insert some videos or pictures somewhere here. And it was kind of like a retreat for like a week. Oh god, they taught us how to take care of ourselves. We had the best perks. Like I went hiking. I even thought I would see a bear, but I didn't see a bear. But anyways, I went hiking. We had this hot bath. Ooh. We had lots of food. We were in nature. Everything was, gosh, it was like a much needed vacation that I took. And that was really exciting for me. What else happened in, I mean, obviously also like getting good grades, like a 4 points per, getting a 4 points in my second year, which that was also good. What else did I do that was exciting? So I oh yes, I also got a car. I got a car for myself. I'll put the pictures over here. I got a car for myself, like, because I mean, I didn't even know I was going to get a car, because I was like, do I really need it? You know, maybe I can save the money and all of that. But I beg, like, I'm already in third year. I have tried. Like, I'm going to be done in less than 2 years at this point. And when next is the best time to buy a car? Now. And I'm really excited that God made all of this happen. I'm trying to think again to like something exciting. 1 minute. I'm just going to check my notes. 1 minute. I'm going to check my notes. Oh yes, my master's thesis got published in Springer Nature. Finally, since 2022, we finally got published. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Yes, I completed all of my PhD coursework, like I told you, which is a big achievement. Oh yes, I also got the opportunity to speak on like several career panels on campus. This past year was, because I was no longer as stressed as I was in my first year. So I had the opportunity to like, I was now more relaxed, and there was just something. And then, you know, I went to one career panel and then they loved it and then they invited me back again. I think I went to about 3 or 4. I also got to like speak to like there's this organization on campus, I think STEM, women in STEM something. So I also got to be able to like speak to the women there. I also got re-elected as president of a campus organization, which is a public health honorary society on campus. I got re-elected as president. Yes, and I'm healthy. I'm happy. I mean, interesting how doing my research has made me happy a whole lot. Like, I love my research, I won't lie. Maybe because I'm doing it in something I'm interested in, like women, you know, sexual pleasure. I'm really happy, and I'm so happy that I'm almost done with this program. I'm like, finally. But again, I'm trying to also soak in all of the moments, because somebody said that you're going to miss this time, this era of being a student. So you have to enjoy it, you know, enjoy it now while it lasts. So I've been doing that. And then what else did I do? Oh yes, this past year, I decided to take care of myself, and I went back into therapy. And I was a lot more consistent than I used to be, which is good. So yes, that's all I have for now. I'll be back again to give you more gist about let's keep it for the next video. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I hope you enjoyed the video. Share, subscribe, like, everything to everybody. Bye.